It's back to reality for a lot of people today. While some people are heading out for one of the busiest shopping days of the year, some people are heading back to work. Whatever you're going out for today, be ready for some icy roads. Snow overnight is making for some slick streets. We're going to have a live report coming up in just a few minutes with our traffic reporter, Devin Fry. Of course, this is a live look right now in a West Fargo neighborhood. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us here for the Valley Today. I'm Lisa Bedeau. Jordan has the morning off. I'm just getting started with your nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. There's new information today on a car pedestrian crash near Horace that sent 3 people to the hospital. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says the driver who caused the crash is being ticketed for care required. It happened last night around 8 on County Road 17 south of Horace. Troopers say Chris Edison of Bismarck lost control of his car on the ice and clipped a pickup, which was actually stopped to help another vehicle in the ditch. The impact pushed the pickup into Alan Belaski of Kindred, who was standing nearby getting tow chains out of a pickup box. Belaski, Edison, and an 87-year-old Lisbon woman in Edison's vehicle were all taken to Fargo hospitals. We haven't heard yet the extent of their injuries. We also have new information this morning on a car crash that killed one person on Christmas Day. The Minnesota State Patrol now says the victim is a 78-year-old woman from Boston. Troopers say she lost control of her vehicle on Highway 59 near Bijou, which is north of Mahnomen. They say her car spun out on the ice and snow and was actually hit by a minivan coming from the other direction. Tisa and Curtis Jones of Underwood were in that other car and were also hurt, but not seriously. The State Patrol plans to release more information on that deadly crash at noon today. Let's get a check now of our Thursday morning forecast to see what we can expect as the day goes on. Hi, Justin.
Hello, Lisa, and good morning, everybody. We got some snow still falling across portions of our northern counties right now, including the Northern Valley and northwestern Minnesota. Looks like the Devil's Lake Basin, the snow is just starting to move out. Some snow showers possible in the southern half of our viewing area, but mainly dry. This activity will continue to move off to the north and to the east and should be gone by the midday hour. Still causing some snow on the road, some slippery conditions, and a little bit of a breeze causing a little bit of blowing snow. Because of that, winter weather advisories in effect until 9 a.m. for the southern half of our viewing area until noon as you make your way off to the north and to the east. So be aware of that if you're traveling. Making your way outside, temperatures not bad for this time of day and this time of year. We're into the upper teens out toward Devil's Lake and Jamestown, closer to 20 up and down the Red River Valley in some areas between Bemidji, Baudette, and Roseau into the upper 20s. That's where the warm air of this system is right now. Winds have flipped around to a northwesterly direction, a cooler flow, and wind speeds around 10 to 15 miles per hour. This will stay through the afternoon. A little bit of a wind chill outside right now. Most of us have a wind chill value between 5 and 10 degrees. It feels a little warmer into portions of north central Minnesota. We're there having wind chills near 20 degrees. So the hour-by-hour forecast shows that snow activity across northwestern Minnesota moving out by around the noon hour, mostly cloudy skies and temperatures near where they should be this time of year into the lower to mid-20s and going through the evening, a clearing trend, clear skies overnight, the wind flipping around in more of a southerly direction, a cooler start into the low to mid-teens for your Friday, but highs once again into the lower 20s by Friday afternoon. And on Friday, we do have a good amount of sunshine, so that'll be our dry day. And then making our way through the weekend, there is that chance of some heavy snow along with some wind by Sunday, and temperatures into the upper 20s to near 30 degrees. And that storm system is out of here by Monday morning. Then back to partly cloudy skies Monday afternoon, Tuesday, and Wednesday as temperatures cool down a little to near 20 degrees by midweek next week. There's your weather. Let's check in with Devin Fry now with your traffic on the move.
Thank you, Justin, and good morning, Red River Valley. We just got on I-94 right now. We are heading westbound. We came off of 25th Street, and overall the road conditions have been improving very little since we got onto the roadways this morning. We first got on here about 5 in the morning. Now, overall, like I said, improving slightly, but definitely still slick. The roadways here on the interstate Thankfully, they've gotten to the point where they're just kind of wet now and a little bit sloppy in some spots, but definitely still slick, so you're going to want to give yourself a few extra minutes. Now, the side roads, they're more snow covered still at this point in the morning, so definitely watch out there, especially around intersections. I know the intersection of 32nd Avenue and 45th Street was one area in particular where there were some pileups of snow in the intersection, making it a little bit harder to turn and brake in some areas. So just give yourself a couple extra minutes this morning. Make sure you have plenty of time to turn and stop, and you should arrive to your destination safely. Now, as far as the traffic goes, here on I-94, things are moving a little bit slower than what we usually are seeing at this time in the morning. I would say by about 5 miles an hour. And everyone's just kind of taking a cautious approach to the morning, which I don't blame anybody for that at all. So just give yourself a few extra minutes on your way out the door this morning, and you should be able to arrive to your destination safely. We're going to keep checking out the roadways in the next hour on the Fargo CW, but for now, for your traffic on the move, I'm Devin Fry.
Repair crews worked well into the night, trying to fix a gas leak that forced the evacuation of a North Fargo townhome complex. It was reported around 5 yesterday in the 3000 block of 10th Street North. Xcel Energy crews were working on a residential gas line that broke below the meter. They actually had to dig through the frost to get to the line so it could be pinched off. The state of Minnesota is suspending one of its chief public defenders following allegations that she uses inappropriate language and fosters a culture of fear. Hennepin County's chief public defender, Mary Moridi, says she received a letter about her suspension on Monday and doesn't know when she'll be back. She says the allegations surprised her and that no one had previously mentioned such concerns. State Public Defender William Ward says Moridi is on paid leave pending a review. A frequent Target customer is using one of the busiest shopping days of the year to ask Target to dump plastic bags. Teresa Carter and other shoppers are heading to the retailer's Minneapolis headquarters today with more than 455,000 signatures on their petitions. They're asking the discount retailer to eliminate plastic bags that Carter says are choking the earth. She says other retailers, including IKEA and Costco, have already nixed plastic bags. A Target spokeswoman says the company has taken several steps to reduce its use of plastic. Expect some company out on the road today. AAA predicts more Americans than ever will drive during this holiday season. And this day after Christmas could be the worst day of the year for a lot of motorists. The forecast is for nearly 105 million Americans to hit the highways. That's almost a 4% increase compared with last year. And it's supposed to be a record setter for holiday travel in general. Through January 1st, it expects more than 115 million Americans will travel by car, plane, train, bus, or cruise ship. That's the most in nearly 20 years. A Fargo family has a new holiday tradition, but it's likely one that's bittersweet. The family of 13-year-old Keaton Nelson helped firefighters deliver Christmas presents to kids in local hospitals yesterday. Keaton battled cystic fibrosis all of his life, and as part of his Make-A-Wish, he asked to be Santa when fire crews visited the hospitals. But he died before he could have his big day, so his parents delivered the gifts for him. They say their son was always looking for ways to help others. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question, a new study found that this happens at 2:13 p.m. on December 26th. The answer? We reach our limit with family. Time to hit the road, I guess. Remember, you can play along every weekday morning by heading to our Valley News Live Facebook page. Time to head back to work, but drivers are going to deal with some slick roads this morning, Justin.
Into the northern valley, northwestern Minnesota, some snow lasting through the morning. And then after we get rid of that, mostly cloudy skies with highs in the lower 20s for the day today.
Okay. Be careful if you're out on the roads today. And remember, the Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but we're sticking around. The Valley Today rolls on. More live